Secure retirement.
Because peace of mind is real wealth.
Richard, could you give us some insights on how secure retirement began?
Certainly. It began after the tech crash from 2000 to 2002. And 2003 began, and I decided I was going to start my own company focused first and foremost upon safely investing retirement money.
We've always said that the secret sauce at secure retirement is risk control in management of retirement money. So today we've got a lot of macroeconomic factors, as great as they've ever been, as far as the number and the severity of them. Could you give us an idea about today how you're seeing these factors play out on portfolio construction and what you decide to put in the portfolio?
Yes. Definitely. Today, more so than any other time probably in history, there are macroeconomic forces that are both huge, many are unknown and unknowable, but we monitor all of them to see how they might play out going forward. Everything from, and this is a big one, what's going on in China's economy right now? I mean, their economy is about a third real estate, and it seems to be maybe imploding. Here in the United States, look at the big macroeconomic factors. Employment. There are so many problems with our employment market, with our supply chains, with our government functioning. All of these things together, any one of them can have a profound impact upon markets. Put them all together today, and it is a very unusual brew. I would call it a very dangerous cocktail. So we monitor it all the time. All these macroeconomic forces and market forces, we monitor all of them to see where's the risk coming from, how's it likely to play out, and also where are the opportunities.
Richard, the traditional portfolio that many people have, actually a majority, are recommended the 60-40 portfolio, 60 in stocks or equities and 40 in bonds or fixed income. Today, my understanding is that portfolio may not act like it did in the past as far as providing a buffer on market losses. What are your thoughts on that?
The first thought is that if you got a 60-40 portfolio, the idea is that, yes, you got 60% in stocks and you have a big market crash, that'll lose a lot of money. But the 40% then in bonds is supposed to protect you. Well, the problem is when you look at most bond portfolios these days, you find out a lot of them aren't going to protect at all. A lot of the bonds out there, corporate bonds, for example, are probably going to go down with stocks. So the bonds may not protect at all. Or maybe you make 1 or 2% on your bonds, but then if the 60% in stocks gets decimated, that 1 or 2% you made on your bonds really will be a rounding error. In other words, a 60-40 portfolio has way more risk than almost anybody is aware of. I calculate a 60-40 portfolio in the next stock market downturn will probably lose about 40%. 40%. That's not safety. At secure retirement, instead of putting 40% into a bland bond portfolio, we use, for that section, assets designed to make a lot of money when stocks go down. In other words, real protection. That's the difference. And it's a huge difference when risk hits. When risk isn't hitting, your 40%'s fine. In fact, maybe your bonds are doing real well because you've loaded up on junk bonds. That's fine when things are going well. But then when risk hits, then you see everything you own going down. So we need a lot more knowledgeable, intelligent, and precise protection at this time.
Makes good sense. Richard, since investors have different objectives and time horizons that they're working with, how do you help your clients to determine the investment plan that's going to be best for their needs?
Well, the first thing you have to do is listen to them. You got to find out what they're concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
What do they need financially? What makes them emotionally feel the best with their investments? You want it to work. We have 3 distinct investment paths. So a person can be on tactical allocation, we've been talking about today, or we've got a dividend-focused portfolio, and we've got a hedged equity portfolio. So we have different paths, we have different clients. You got to get to know them well enough to know what's going to best meet their needs.